Now more of the WVU Coaches Show.
Welcome back to the WVU Coaches Show, our final segment with the coach of the regular season. We've got West Virginia welcoming in Baylor this weekend. That'll be the final series of the regular season before the Mountaineers head to Oklahoma City for the Big 12 tournament. But first, let's look back at last weekend. You went to Fort Worth going up against TCU. In the first game, able to come away with the 4-3 victory. If you had to rate it an all-around performance, I'm sure it checked all of the boxes for you in that game one.
Yeah, the score was 4-3. It wasn't really that close. We out-hit them 14-5 and outplayed them. It's just one of those games we left a ton of guys on base. But just like Friday at Kansas, we just came out swinging on Friday night. Our guys get really motivated when they know they're facing the other team's best pitcher, which is always a good thing. But then Saturday and Sunday rolls around, and there's been a little bit of a letdown. But, yeah, played great down there. The
first win for the Mountaineers against TCU, actually playing in Fort Worth there. So a great start to the series. In terms of pitching, when you look at what B.J. Myers, Alek Manoah, Tristan Hudson were able to do in Game 1, what were your thoughts on the pitching?
It was good. You know, those guys all went out and held them at bay. And gave us a chance to win, which is all we ask of our starters, you know. And BJ was really good. He's gotten better every time out. Tristan Hudson's grown up in front of our very eyes, and Manoah's settled into that role pretty well. So, yeah, if we just need to duplicate, you know. Other guys need to see how they do it and go out and do the same.
In terms of Game 2 and 3, a little bit of a different story. Walk 9 in Game 2, walk 10 in the finale. What had changed for your team over those last 2 games, or was it just a matter of going up against a really good team that was doing a lot of stuff well?
You know, it's hard to say. It's hard to put a finger on. We haven't been able to put a finger on it the whole year. It's, I don't know, in basketball, if you get a three-point shooter that all of a sudden misses a bunch of three-pointers, there's a reason somewhere, but you just keep trying to figure it out. And some days we throw strikes, and other days it seems like we're afraid of the strike zone. And when we walk 9 or 10 guys, you're never going to win. You're never going to win. And they know that. So if we attack hitters like some of our guys do, we usually win. So a pretty easy recipe, but not all that easy to follow all the time.
And before that series, you had said going up against some really good arms, but impressed in terms of how many hits that you were able to get against those TCU pitchers?
Yeah, you know, we only gave up 4 hits on Sunday and out-hit them again. So, yeah, offensively, we have a really good team. I really like this club where we're at offensively the whole way through the lineup. So we're always going to have a chance to score runs and win. It's just we got to keep them under 4 or 5 runs. If we do that, there's a good chance we can win about every game.
Last week we were talking about a hot streak for Kyle Gray. Surprisingly, this week we're going to talk about somebody new. How about that?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's talk about Tyler Dones. He was great for you this weekend. 3 RBIs in the final game there for you. 2 hits in every game. Big 12 newcomer of the week. I know when he had a good performance as well a couple months ago, we were talking and you said you weren't impressed because you know that is the type of player he is and those are the results he's capable of.
Yeah, absolutely. We knew we were getting a really, really good freshman when he showed up here. He just had to take his lumps early on like most freshmen do, but he's in the groove right now and feeling really confident at the plate. I'm really confident in him at the plate. He's going to be a guy that's going to be a tremendous player for us in the next few years.
Yeah, it's been really fun. You said watching Tristan grow. Seems the same thing with Tyler, that we've just got to watch these guys progress. I guess Marcus Inman as well. These young guys that you have this season, it's been a lot of fun really watching them grow up right before our eyes on the field.
Yeah, they really are, and that's what coaching's all about, is watching guys mature and get better on the field and off the field, and all those guys have done that. One thing that we've always done in this program is develop guys and make them better players, and those guys are no exception, and they're just taking our system, using it to their advantage, and becoming great players.
So young guys producing well for you, but let's talk about the 2 veteran players, the 2 seniors that you have here on this team, and B.J. Myers and Shane Ennis, the final game that they'll be playing here for the regular season at the Mon County Ballpark this weekend, and 2 guys that certainly have meant quite a lot to this program and had some really great performances for you over their time.
Yeah, absolutely. Those guys date back to Holly Field. That's how old they are. But, yeah, it's going to be sad to see them go. They're both great kids. They've given a lot to this program. They're fun to be around. Shane thinks he's one of the funniest guys out there, so he always brings some wit at you. And he's been great. He's a West Virginia kid that's takes a lot of pride in being here. And BJ's the opposite. He come from Texas and a long way from home and had some success early and has sustained it. And you know, BJ wants to be a coach too, so he's always kind of hanging around asking questions and coaching kids in his spare time. So it's going to be fun to watch his coaching career unfold too.
And getting BJ back in the starting lineup, maybe not the best start to the season that he would have wanted. Now you're getting him back in the rotation. What has changed for him? I know a couple weeks ago he'd said his mentality is completely different. He's in a more relaxed and more calm after having to be in some relief situations.
Yeah, sometimes when the end of your career is near, it takes a little bit of pressure off of you, and you can just go out and perform and enjoy the time that you have left. And I think that's what BJ's done. He's in his last half of this season, he's like, man, I might as well enjoy this. You know, this is college baseball in the Big 12, and what's the sense of putting pressure on myself? Just go out and have as much fun as I can, because everybody's been telling me this is the most fun I'll ever have, so maybe they're right.
And let's have some fun this weekend up against Baylor. We had talked last weekend before you went to TCU. You said it's always great to be in that position where you're going up against a team that you're right on the heels of. You're chasing them. Another situation, Baylor 11-10 in Big 12 play, 2 spots ahead of you. But going to be another challenge this weekend. They were on a 13-game win streak, lost 1 game there to Oklahoma State, but still a great series for them that they're coming off of, able to knock off the #1 Cowboys. But now you got them here at home this weekend.
Yeah, they're the hottest team in the country. You know, I think they've won 14 out of 15 now and just beat the #1 team in the league. They've got the #1 pitching staff in the conference, numbers-wise. And over the last 15 or 20 games, they got the best hitting team. So we're catching them when they're on fire. Hopefully they're looking ahead to the conference tournament, and this side trip to Morgantown's not going to be as important to them. So give us an opportunity to sneak up on them and catch them.
And we'll see if the Mountaineers can take advantage this weekend. West Virginia welcomes in Baylor Thursday through Saturday at the Mon County Ballpark, so make sure to come on out. The last chance to watch the Mountaineers at home here this season. Coach, we look forward to talking to you next week in Oklahoma City. But, of course, best of luck to you this weekend.
This is our last regular season show?
Yeah, I think that's what somebody said.
Gonna miss you.
We've had some. Well, we'll be in Oklahoma City.
Gonna miss you.
Unless I'm not allowed to go.
No, you're there.
Okay, I'm there.
If you're not going, I'm not going.
Okay, well, we'll mark that down. We'll both be there. I'll go in with you. Maybe this will be my chance. I can be the bat boy, the bat girl.
Yeah.
Weston will have to show me his ways.
He's not going, so there's opportunities available.
Yes. Okay, well, maybe we'll look forward to that next week as well. We hope that you will join us next week right here on the Coaches Show. As always, we appreciate the time. We'll see you next week, same time, same place.